Hello, it's Chris here from Truly Holistic. Wanted to show you that what I've been using the anatomy and physiology chart quite a bit lately, and not using any particular intent in regards to what I normally do on the charts. You know, finding what the stressor is, the thing that's causing the problem, and whereabouts within the body. But also incorporating this where we just use an anatomy and physiology chart. We just go through the charts and we use a wanding device, a tool that directs energy into an area. And so this just enables flow into the area that we want to work on. So I'm going to go through this chart now. I want to show you how I do that. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go on to the first chart. So this is the digestive system, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use myself for this one as a bit of a guinea pig, I guess. So I guess my intent, if we're going to use any form of intent, is myself, so in regards to this. So what I do now is I could either use my hand and just work on the area. So what I'll do is I'm not going to even use this, and I'm just going to use the hand for the first one. So what area needs work? So straight away it's going to my liver, and you notice that it's going around rotating in a circle. Now it's going anti-clockwise, and again I'm not telling it to do that, it's just naturally happening. Now what we've found out is obviously that the vortex that I'm creating, the vortex is the geometry of flow. So what we're doing is we're just enabling flow of energy within the liver. That's what we're achieving here. So we just stay on the area, facilitating that flow in that area that is required. So what that's saying is there's a bit of congestion in that area of flow. And anything in regards to energy, where there's an issue, there's a flow issue. Everything's about flow. And when we look at the physical body, if we can call it a physical body, or understandings of it, is that every system in the body relies flow, you know, cardiovascular system, the circulation of blood, neurons in regards to the nervous system, waste products of like urine in regards to the urinary system, lymph fluid in regards to the lymphatic system, all relies on flow. And you quite often you'll hear that people go, you need to be in the flow of life. Well, when we're not in the flow of life, a manifestation of that, you should know that you're not in the flow of life, is when you're stressed, okay? That's why when you go and see your general practitioner, and they check your blood pressure and your blood pressure is high blood pressure, the first question they'll ask you is, are you stressed about anything? Because you're causing an impedance or blockage of flow in your life, which is making your body's intelligence increase blood pressure. Okay, because what happens is when you're not in the flow of life, you increase your viscosity or your thickness of your blood thickens, so the body has to increase blood pressure. That's the intelligence of the body. It's very clever. So flow's everything. So what we're doing here is we're enabling flow in the liver. So you can see it's taking a bit of energy requiring there, please. Another thing about energy and currently essentially, do you see that shift? So we've gone to this area of the liver now. Is energies are always shifting and changing, and it's just our ability to adapt with it, okay? So there's always upgrades coming through, and again, by being in the flow of life, we enable those downloads, those new energies to facilitate the area. And when we're not in the flow, then all of a sudden we can cause a progression of more problem because we're not allowing that energy to come through. So it's gone to the gallbladder now. Okay, so now you can see there, I'm just going to check. Okay, so that's it. So it just wanted me to work on this area. So now the next chart, I'm going to actually use my wand here. And if any energy wand, or we do sell these types of devices as well, create a beam of energy. Okay, now we're going to the endocrine system. So I'll just, again, see if there's anything that needs working for me. And as you can see, there's nothing. We'll go to this one, lymphatic system. Okay, so there's nothing there. Male reproductive system, again, nothing there, that's a problem. Let's have a look here, anything here? Yes. So you can see that we've got an anterior and a posterior view of the muscles of the body. So at the moment it's working on the neck muscles and the muscles that connect into the head, into the skull. So we're just going to work on those. So that might mean there's a bit of tension in those muscles. Again, by enabling flow of energy, we're releasing that tension. So, tension is like is a symptom. And a symptom is a communication to bring an awareness that something's not right there. And it can be a congestion of energy. When we look at even just toxicity of the body, that's just congestion of energy. And it gets materialized on the physical as something that builds up toxicity. But that congestion can be a number of things. It can be things in the food supply that are not so good for us. It could be emotions. It could be anything. But if the energy is congested there, then usually toxicity of a number of sorts of things will accumulate in the area. So quite often I'll jerk actually in a relation to when I'm wanding the area, just because of the amount of energy that's required to facilitate in that area. And again, using a wand or your hand on the chart is just enabling you a place of attention. And that is our most powerful gift, is our place of attention, because where we place our attention, we immediately consent, whether we're consciously aware of it or not. Our energy, we can send our energy to go to that place, to start creating where we have our place of attention. So where we place our attention is vital. Okay, where do I need to go to next, please? Okay, where do I need to go to next, please? Okay, so we're going to work on the sinuses now. Okay, so this area is needing a bit of attention. So we're just going to facilitate energy in there. And again, the thing about the sinuses and the auditory system, or station tubes, they're all canals, they're all connected to one another. So it relies on flow, like anything. So this is taking a lot of energy. Okay, so it's just guiding over here. So again, it will just guide to a very specific area. So it's obviously an area that's more specific than this one. So we're just going to work in this area. Okay, and that's all finished the respiratory system. So I'll just quickly check here. Urinary system, the kidneys seem to be all good. Nothing there. So again, what you're feeling for is just something. My arm is very limp, and I'm just allowing. I'm surrendering it. And that's a key word in regards to anything that is to do with intuition or dowsing of any kind. You've got to surrender yourself. You can't let the mind come in and intervene and try and control the whole thing. You've got to let it go. Okay, anything in the ear, auditory system? No. So we'll go here now. This is the ear, nose, and throat. So we'll just go, again. So it's going to that sinus area. And this chart might be just a bit more specific than the other chart, and that's why it's going to utilize that. I can feel that it's not as strong as it was before, so we might not be on there for very long. And there we go. It's already shifting. Anything else? So what we'll do again, we'll go back to the hand, see if there's anything there. No. So within general sessions, I'm using this anatomy physiology chart a lot more than the pendulum dowsing charts now in regards to this. So we can be a bit more specific about the area, and it also visually gives me an understanding of what's going on too, than just say its name or its title or a label that we give it part of the anatomy. No. 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 So this is a good chart for anyone that has, you know, a vertebra disc out. We just scan down here, and then we'd feel resistance. Then you'd feel that was an area that needed to be realigned. So there's nothing going on there. Just go through this area pretty quickly. Now these just are more aligned with actual conditions or illnesses, but no. No. No, so that's all finished. So I just want to do that video to show you that we're using the anatomy and physiology. We're not just using a semicircle chart, for example, like this one. This is the chart I've used the most in sessions that you'd have at Truly Holistic for session work, True Quantum Healing. 95% of the time on this chart, we use that as a conversation to give more understanding and knowing of what's going on with your particular condition. But when we get to where that problem is, I'll be using more the anatomy and physiology chart, very much like we use there, but also facilitating just a wanding technique just to bring more flow to the area where we're not being that specific about what the stressor is and so on. We just want to enable flow into the area. So we're going to be incorporating that a lot more, and I wanted to demonstrate that in regards to a video. So until next time, see you later.